Sorry, ke buile mara. Like, ke buile, okay? Hello, hi. It's just me, Razai. Small Town DD or Khadi on DJ Break Internet. Akastrach. I am back. Hello, yalla. Yalla, skis. Yeah, I'm truly sorry, okay? But life happens, okay? And sometimes some of us choose to get off the internet and do the like live thing that's happening and then come back on when we are energized, if you would like, or in a space where we're able to do that. I'm in no way suggesting that I'm doing it the right way. I'm Frank Sinatra with my shit. I'm doing it my way, okay? And I think this actually fits for this video a little bit, but we'll get into it. I am so broke. So this whole thing is upsetting to me because I can't hear anything. Like I can't hear a damn thing. All I'm hearing is she spent money. Like I literally, nothing else matters to me. And I'm like, I need to have grace for young Gracie. This is a young woman raised in this very conservative culture that is South Africa as a whole. We're very conservative. So a young woman of her age, not having been through some things and learned some things, it is not shocking that she's still very much invested in the performance of goodness and good womanhood and not understanding that the same would not be extended to you. It's not all shocking that this would happen considering her age and considering the climate that we are raised in as South African women. So I want to have a lot of grace for her around that stuff. But what's been going on? Some of you are probably like, Rahad, what's going on? Grace Mondlana or Mondlana, I don't know how you, whatever girl. Not whatever, but I think that's how you say it. She's a content creator who's done really well, had everybody at the top of the year thinking they too could become a vlogger, which is not a bad thing. And, you know, inspiring people because she had such an incredible year in her very short career thus far. Not saying it's not going to, you know, go far and beyond, but she did a lot in a very short space of time, from just being consistent and producing good quality content that seems to resonate with a very large audience. I will be honest with you guys and say Grace's content, I find no resonance for me. Like it bores me. But that doesn't mean I don't recognize that she's doing her thing and her thing seems to be working for the right people. It's not me. I'm not her target people. I don't get it. But anyway, the point is she's doing great. And she goes off social media for a week or so, and I suppose that's a stretch for her because this is the bread and butter, right? She's chronically online, so to speak, and not just online like scrolling, but showing up because that's the gig, that's the job. So she's not online for like a week or so, and then she pops back on with collages of her and a boy, and she's talking about how the love of my life for the past 5 years. You guys know I don't believe in saying anybody is the love of my life because this is my life that I'm actively living. I once in a while I'll mention that, oh, my first love, because, you know, and even he isn't really my first love, but I'm saying outside of myself. Like, I'm the constant. It doesn't make sense for me to call somebody the love of my entire life. Like, my entire life. Like, bitch, oh. But again, she's young. She's like the love of my life for the past 5 years and blah, blah, blah. And then slowly things start coming out that no, Gracie. It seems you and the young fella were actually broken up since possibly the top of the year. This is all allegedly. And he's actually your ex. And if I can find like a good amount of clips and things to explain some of the stuff, it's going to go here. Okay. Cool.
Her ex, but she posted today and all of that. So my people came on my live and they were like, why is Grace posting your boyfriend as her ex? Sarah as her ex now taking the cloud. Like, oh guys, I was starting to and everything was starting to make sense, man. But this whole situation, it pulls me back and it's, oh man, oh god. And I can't even sleep. I tried sleeping, I can't.
So when you o share actually Grace Mondlana.
I think her ex is my boyfriend.
Hayi bo. Indaba engaka sis.
I know, man.
Anyway, that's why funeraling.
No, I'm not allowed to in my culture. It's it's not ideal. So you might also follow.
Yeah.
Sure, awa, sorry ngwanyana.
Yeah.
Something. But I can get the whole
This
the
guy didn't tell you
whole.
that he's still with Grace.
They were not together, the ex, but now Grace posted and said he was the love of my life. From those kind of things I want. So could
Yeah.
not post that as like guys
Something that
like
is still happening between Nale ex.
no like
Mara and what's part Grace when you
So matter
yeah,
what?
o na le motho and le motho wa ka o na le nna. So she posted that today. And I was like, oh my gosh. And now I'm trying to sleep in a car and
Aragane guys, le 5 years kamara. No.
Jojo, jalo wena le motho o le kopane kae ngwaneso?
you might hear him.
Thing.
You might hear. We met this guy, took me out, and then yeah, started dating
Oh, he
from
was in a car
there.
accident. When was
Yes,
did you speak to him? Yo, guys, and do
I was
shame.
with him on Friday, the day before he was involved in a car accident.
Yo, the viewers here
Ah,
pa ito
the
ba na
viewers
reketse
dila
kae?
meleche.
Wena.
I knew it was a bad idea for me to enter the live because I knew that people were gonna, because I get Lena on my side is gonna alert people I'm live, so they're gonna come. Because mine were like 200 to 300 off
People that were thing. Our
yeah, and I
guys.
don't want to be listened to or to be seen or to be known. No one, because I think I
So she's
go.
jealous of Grace
So
Mondlana
just
for
you
what?
crazy.
I just hope, in your heart, I'm not in the bad books because of everything that has transpired this week. I just want us to just always be reminded of him when we think of each other. And although I did tell you that he didn't do right by me, most of the situation of us being together, and had I not been a part of the funeral, there wouldn't be a funeral at all. And that's not things I tell to people to say, I pray for everything, I did this, that. That's not, because that's going to bring shame to the family. However, I just want to tell you that my intention of everything was not malicious, rather to just look and move on with my life, with what I said and posted, okay? I hope if I did do hurt your feelings a bit, that you do forgive me.
Now, the thing about the money stuff is that we don't learn about it until this voice note circulates. I don't think, or I haven't found, where Grace herself just posted on her socials, oh, the funeral only happened because I did this. She was speaking to this girl and being disingenuous and dishonest, talking about if I stepped on your toes, girl, you stepped on her toes. You did. There's a voice note circulating where she's talking about how if it wasn't for her, there wasn't gonna be a funeral. And this is my thing. Grace updating this data. See, apparently she updated his LinkedIn, updated something else, had his phone, basically inserted and asserted her authority off of the basis that they had been together for 5 years. And it is a little disrespectful to the new girlfriend for you to sort of kind of act like she's not there and she doesn't exist. But truth be told, the family were not going to give her any kind of anything either in terms of um, a position because they hadn't been together for that long. That was always going to happen. Like, I don't know how else to explain that. It was always going to happen, but Grace was definitely for me trying to make like she wasn't all the way forthcoming with the X element of this more than it's the love of my life for the past 5 years, right? And it is because she wants the sympathies. Nobody's going to convince me otherwise. I don't care about all of that stuff. I care about her spending money. Because the rumors, this is all alleged, we're talking upwards of 200K or at 200K to facilitate this funeral. And to her, I want to say, that's a dumb move. But you're a young girl. It's okay. But I don't know. You are working to build wealth for yourself. You don't come from money. That's a lot of money. That's a large sum of money. Like, have you seen job applications for certain posts? That's somebody's notch. I don't know if you know that. Like, that's a lot of money for you to take that money and in the act of trying to look selfless and a good woman and this performance that we are so invested in as women. We want to be a martyr. We want people to sing our good graces and us to sit there and be like, now you're fucking up your financial security, your future. He's already dead. He has no future he needs to secure. This is just money down the drain. Okay? Or not, because this is great engagement that she's getting here. And maybe a deal will come out of this where she becomes an ambassador for something and we can make that money back quickly. I would not be mad at that because we do need to make that money back because this was a bad financial move. On her part, it was a bad financial move. It was stupid for you to go over to these people and assume or believe, I don't know which one it is, that a room full of blacks aren't prepared for a funeral. Just the other day, I was talking to you guys about how much we prepare for this day. We don't prepare for anything else. We don't prepare for life, like living the life we're living. We don't even prepare for the children we bring into the world. We don't prepare for them, their future. But what we do prepare for is when they die. It's the one thing we do. Now, granted, perhaps they didn't plan this extravaganza of a farewell, right? And it wasn't gonna have gold ring chairs and all of that stuff. Mara oksalayo. So the idea, and that's how I can tell you're young, the idea that you can say if it weren't for you there wasn't going to be a funeral, that's some shit you need to tell yourself to feel better about what you just like, about you messing up your finances, or possibly not messing up, but that's a huge chunk of money to bury an ex who would possibly not show up at your funeral. I don't know if you know this. She's young. She probably doesn't. He's in a relationship. His new girlfriend was going to say, she's just an ex. You guys don't even have kids together. You weren't even married, blah, blah, blah. What link do you have to her? You're not going. And do you know fucking what? That little boy was not coming to your fucking funeral. I don't know what to tell you, let alone contribute to what you're saying. You contributed. He wasn't even showing up because his little new girlfriend was going to diminish the 5 years that you guys had together. And it was going to be ultimatums, and that men choose where they benefit the most at that moment. You are dead at that moment. He's not benefiting anything from coming to your little funeral. He's not. He wasn't going to do that for you. And I don't know how else to say it, but to take money when you don't come from legacy money, I don't care if she had given them 10 grand. You are delusional if you think those people don't have policies on policies. Society, the club, all manner of things. By tikile, by dujicheledela, and they're watching you run around and they're like this little dumb bitch. Molly Fedi Jane, Libatwa Kaitara ba Fedi Jogulmaga, but Palakana Ladiani. They went to paint Port Bent, Agabum Smanuel, but a glid bent. Biopay but ceiling with the money they have because they prepared for this day. I don't know why she thinks there was not going to be a funeral. A funeral was going to happen. And now she's 200K down and we're here. This is the only thing I care about. I don't think you guys understand this, and the staying, like the strength of her cult. I don't care about shit else. Like, I don't think you guys understand. My brain went so I'm like, oh my God, this is the storm. She has to weather this. I wonder, like, this is who I am. I wonder how well she can weather the storm. Like how strong a cult following that audience is. Were they all just hate watching all along, waiting for her day to come? Or are they really Team Gracie like that? You know the way we are with Banang? Banang Uruwile Luish. Banang went on that show, acted a fool embarrassed us and her at Namibia. And we move. Like, we move with the queen because cult. She's got a strong cult following. She just died. She's the listen. Right now, I'm like, did you see her on her birthday? Did you see her little birthday shirt? That's what I'm doing with my life right now. Why? Because it's strong. She wrote that book with all those typos, as well spoken as she is, as well resourced as she is. I don't know what the editors were doing. We're still saying, oh, hail the fucking queen, girl. So that's what I want to see. As a person who's interested in social media, seeing how it works, seeing how those parasocial bonds that make us lose all logic, that beehive mentality, girl, that's the only thing I'm interested in right now. How strong she's gonna weather this, how much of a fortress her little what do they call them? The Gracians. I don't know, girl. I want to see that. Like, that's where I'm at right now, because they still out defending her, talking about, oh yeah, you guys may say she's disrespectful, but let's talk about what a good heart she has. What she has is poor, like the financial literacy needs help. That's what she has. That's not having a good heart. That's being less than smart. That's not taking care of yourself. Don't do shit like that as a young woman. Don't be so self-sacrificing because it looks a certain way. Because nothing is guaranteed. What if her bag stops? In fact, what if this entire debacle slows down her bag? You think she's not going to think about that 200K every fucking day of her life after that? And no hotel scholar Grace, from my understanding, she graduated or whatever. The point is, she seems like a smart girl. She'll land on her feet. But I would think about this 200K every day of my life. Every time I gotta go do my hair, every time I need to do my nails, 200, I'd be like, oh, I can't even afford to do this because of that 200K. It would bug me, eat at me for the rest of my life. But see, it couldn't be me. I'm fucking old and jaded, and I know you don't do shit for men, because men don't do shit for you. You do exactly like you show up for them exactly the way they would show up for you. You never try to be a bigger person thinking they will learn from what you did, because they fucking won't. They will continue in the fashion that they want to show up. They will continue to not stretch themselves because they don't believe in doing stuff like that. Why give so much and nagisala pifoni? What do you mean? You're not doing too much. It's not cute. Those of you who think like this is commendable and it's so kind and it's so, you need to reassess all of that stuff. Okay? It's none of that. I also really think it's important that some of you who are obsessed with saying, oh, this is such a cop-out, and I've been meaning to address this with you guys. We grieve differently. Allow people to wara. One of you left a comment on here when we're talking about Mbali's Kosana, talking about how Mbali is on her journey. You guys shouldn't. Okay, and I responded, Mbali has the option to journey privately. We didn't know what Grace was for the week when she wasn't on her socials. We didn't. Grace came to tell us where the fuck she was, because she wants to farm that engagement. She knows what the fuck she's doing. So don't come to us now and say, why can't we just let people, we let people who let themselves. We don't know Kerry Washington's kids. Is it Kerry, the one from Scandal, the one from The Fix? We've never seen, we don't really know what Kelly Rowland kids look like either. These are mega. You create the engagement. If you don't want, and if you are belonging to the little hive that is the cult of this person, don't for a fucking second think you're gonna come tell me that I shouldn't talk about something that person brought to the publics. Don't do all of that fucking shit. They have all the right to do this privately. The thing about us is that when we feel a way about a person, or when we are the ones in that moment, the eye of the storm, having that experience, we lack the understanding that is my experience. It's me, it's Didi. My ex passed. I have this feeling, okay? The grief is my experience. I'm the one who was in love with this person or clearly still is. These are my experiences. I'm feeling the depth of this by myself. The people near and around me are sharing in that experience and they are feeling their own things about this person because they too had a relationship. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it seems inhumane, it seems cold hearted when you are a person who is very empathetic like that, that you can really feel the weight or some of the weight of what somebody is going through. That's not everybody. We don't all have that wiring. I've had to learn that in recent years because I'm also the person to say, oh no, they're going through this. Let me. That's not how everybody else is receiving the weight of what somebody else is going through. Other people don't feel that weight simply because they've never been through it themselves. So they simply cannot conceptualize it. Like they can't. So they come across very cold. And it's only when they've been in the same situation where they can start to feel or understand in hindsight some of what you were going through. So when you bring to social media, oh, my what died yesterday, I'm in so much whatever, it is going to read as attention seeking to other people. It's going to read as looking for community and comfort to other people. But don't now bring your shit here and not make the calculation that you may get both. Simply because you think like it's some sort of like this, there should be some universal response to your grief. People simply do not share in your grief like that. It's very cold. I understand. I mean, I'm talking about people in my life who are in my life and them not understanding the weight of something I'm going through simply because it's not they not have it's not their experience. It's a really hard thing when we say the show must go on and like we made you, but bitch, people are still living their lives. It is what it is. Don't bring your shit here having only made calculation for one type of reaction. And the moment somebody says something to question how it is, because you guys do post on our socials and on our TikToks, oh, my mom died, you do it for the Achashems. You do. You absolutely do it for attention because you've never gotten attention doing anything else. And all of this, we heal differently, we process differently. I need somebody to explain to me why plastering like these caskets in front of our faces every other week on our socials is supposed to be something we normalize and not call it the attention seeking act that it is. You want the Achashems. You are looking for positive this is, and you know, right, you've made the calculation that there's no way I'm not going to get like good engagement off of this, and there's no way that the engagement I'm going to get is negative, right? Because I'm in grief and this is happening. People must, okay, there's a social contract in place that this is how people are supposed to show up. And the moment we don't do that, it's like you're left bewildered and you don't understand what's going on. I see a lot of you as the attention seeking sluts that you are when you do this shit. I don't have room for it in my life. I'm not suggesting that I'm doing it right, but I've tried to find the logic. If it's not to raise awareness about something, if you aren't actively looking for this person because they're missing or whatever, maybe you miss them, you post them, it's their birthday. Great. But you guys know exactly the kind of content that I'm talking about. And it's getting out of hand and it's very triggering to some of us. Just like on Sunday, I'm just scrolling my social media. It's a casket after a casket. And I'm not talking about people where it's their job and they're using it as advertising and we're seeing the decor that they had for the funeral and stuff like that. Those things usually are shot with a very specific eye where that a professional person come in to get those shots so that they have good imagery so they can sell business. It's not the same thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about because you're looking for the achashems and oh my God, Sissy, I hope everything is okay and I hope nya nya nya. All I've learned in that like post is that you're not good at anything and for anything. And this is the one time you're going to get any kind of good attention and you are taking it for yourselves. And that's great. I don't relate. I'm great at stuff that I'm great at. So there are plenty of times where you did Amazon. So that's why I think you're fucking weird for it. Okay? If you are being an attention seeker, you're doing exactly that. Grace wants attention. Grace posted this for the engagement and the attention, and she does not get to dictate what that attention looks like. Okay, it comes with it. She's now in the limelight. She could have come on and just started giving us regular content. I'm saying this because I've done it. I went off and I came back on. I didn't have to be posting everywhere all my life about what I've been through and what has happened. And the day I sit down and I feel like I want to share something because it's relating to something that I feel will be helpful, you will see me do just that. But I couldn't make sense of it. Like I didn't understand what the fuck it would be for. Woe is me, hold my hand. Hold my hand is fucking whom? The people in my life, in my actual life, are already doing that. You do that for attention, and you're not going to convince me you're doing it for anything else. You spent the money because you want to be a martyr. You also clearly have a control thing here. I'm seeing it. I mean, listen, we're here, right? We are here. It's giving, if I assert myself this way, they would need to give me all kinds of control because we love very possessive, don't we? Like when they're ours, we own them. We want to have ownership of them even in death, like they aren't their own person. Do you understand? But I had the 5 years with him. So the longevity of that is what's giving this thing weight. Mind you, she says in the voice note that, yeah, maybe at times he wasn't treating me right. Or how can I 200K over a nigga that wasn't treating you right because you want to look like Mary Magdalene. Like, who are you trying to look like? Who? So you'll excuse me if I don't have time for all of this. Oh, but poor her. She'll learn. She's a young woman. She will learn. And yeah, man, it is what it is. And the little girlfriend as well just needs to cry and let it out and find a new boyfriend, because he would have had the side chick at her funeral. He would have did that. Bye, Ella.